All right, y'all see, I'm over here looking like the Black Jon Snow. Um,
John Cole.
John Cole, John Brick, John Brick. And it would not be a true F rap critic and in a timely fashion collab if we do not dedicate some space to talk about the unforgettable fashion of the fall of 2004. And yeah, man, I'm gonna let the pro, because he's not a stylist, he's just stylish.
Yes,
But
yes.
disclaimer, if you leave it up to us outside who know this man, he's a stylist. So he's gonna break down how the fashion of this era played a role into, everything down to like the cover on this album. So what box would we put Cam in?
Um, I always have to put him in a very unique box back in this time. I think everything he did was unique to him. It was very Cameron. I think we spoke about it on the last part of this episode, where he knew he was influential to a lot of people, so he was just trying out different things. Like I remember he had a pink and baby blue leather on that said diplomats. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's thinking about doing that, and then this to do the purple, and this is right around the time right after he had did all that pink, and now he was like, all right, let me try the purple.
Yeah.
With the purple haze, that was like his whole theme. So doing the purple haze, he had the fur coat on and all that. And I remember he also did a collab with New Era, and this is before collabs was like big, right? So New Era did a collab with him, and he did a purple haze fitted cap, and it was like a suede with the diplomat logo up there, purple, and it was like a lavender and like I think a pink, and it had like this sparkle to it, but it was very Cam, right?
Remember?
And, yeah, they were selling for like $100, and this is
Okay.
04. Nobody's getting the fitted for 100. So yeah, man, it came. Yeah, that was a whole situation. But I think everything he did at this time, everything he touched fashion wise, people ran to go do it. He did the bandana on the boots. I still remember that video. He stepped out in the pink bandana boots.
Yep.
I went and painted my boots pink. I think a lot of people did. It was just everything he was doing. Yeah. He found the lane and he ran with it, and nobody can take that away from him. Nobody can take that away from him. Like whether it was color, whether it was actual pieces that he was actually wearing, from fur, everything, from whatever jerseys, custom jerseys. I remember he had like a leather jersey on with like leather shorts, like just different stuff. And I'll always take my hat off to him for that. A lot of people might not look at him as a fashion icon, but he is a fashion icon for that reason. Because when you want to be a fashion icon, you have to do something that's going to stand out, that's going to speak for yourself, and that's going to make other people want to do it or even try it. Even if they don't want to do it, they're going to look at it like, that's still fire. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the best compliments I always hear from my office is, I wouldn't wear it, but you killing it, bro.
And Cam will let you know if you're doing it wrong, right? I feel like
Right.
if Cam sees this episode, I'm gonna say when, you'd be like, what the fuck is you wearing, B? Right? To me.
Right. It's still, for the fact that you can do that and pay homage to him,
Exactly.
that just goes to show how unique he was with his style.
Exactly.
Like you can't just throw on a random color and be like, yo, shout out to Jay-Z.
Right. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, a Yankee fitted cap, but that could be a lot of people.
That could be a lot of people.
So it's just certain things that you have to go back to Cam with. The infamous photo with the pink cell and the fur hoodie and all that. Like that's just an infamous photo.
Yeah, let's talk about some fashion references he made on the album. So there's a line where he talked about my camo look cool with the chocolate ones or something like that. And he's like, why you staring, dog? Go cop you some.
No, yeah.
So what do we think of that combination? Would that fly? Does that get a thumbs up or thumbs down? The camo with the chocolate ones.
So how I interpreted that I thought he was talking about he had the blue camo, the blue color camo, and maybe he had the chocolate brown Uptowns,
Right.
which to me would be fire. That would be fire because just that blue and then the chocolate up. There's like chocolate Uptowns is different, not black, not white, chocolate. Like
Right.
we all know the color of chocolate. That's different. So I think that would have been fire. But hey, who am
Gotcha.
I?
Another thing you're gonna hear him splash all throughout the album is Maury. I think Cam
Oh,
single-handedly just kind of brought that brand to the forefront. I've heard Nas drop it too, but Cam mentions Maury on multiple albums of his.
Yes.
On this album, he's always talking about Maury Gator Toe.
Yep.
Can you speak to? Is that a Harlem thing?
Super Harlem. That's what I was about to say. I don't know who to credit the original to. I can say he brought it to the world, the masses, because at that time I was down south, and that's how I knew about it. When I heard him talking about it, then I came up to New York in the summer, and I seen him. I'm like, oh, these are the Maurys. Cool. But they also had them in the Source magazines and the different hip hop magazines too.
Yeah.
And so, and they was some bread. So it's like it was Gator Toe, Maury toes. I mean, whatever the case may be. So it's like, just when you look back at it, it was trash. It was, you know what I'm saying? But it was different, right? Because it's like, who thrown on these shoes with anything? These baggy jeans and whatever the case may be, and you just throw on Gator Toe Maurys, and it's just like, oh, think you're killing them. I mean,
the funny part is I have never seen Cam in a pair of Maurys, but I rarely see him in a suit until he started doing the It Is What It Is show. So that's also
Right. But that's
probably the best explanation. This is the long T era.
Yeah. And
I
that's
remember-
what they were running with. They were
I
running
remember
with.
I remember my little sister bought me a pink long tee from Modell's and sent it to me in DC. She's like, "This is what you need to be wearing." And I'm like, "Word?" Like, and I went to battle somebody in Philly, and they were like, nah. Actually, I thought, wow, I was about to say they roasted me with that line. That's the line I roasted them with because I thought my t-shirts were long. They were wearing super long t-shirts.
I was about to say Philly had the super long tees, so
I told this dude that he looked like Alvin and the Chipmunks, and I'm talking about the original Alvin and the Chipmunks.
that's good.
And then in the middle of the battle, I said, do. The Philly crowd loved that part. I still ain't win the battle, but I got him, as they say in Philly. I got him.
Got him. You know, Philly different when it comes to battle anyway.
And of course, we can't leave this segment without getting an expert opinion. What would be your breakdown of the look for this album cover?
So we got to speak in 2004 terms, right? So in 2004, I think this is dope. It's no logos because you got to pay extra for the logos. You know, you don't want to get sued. So he has a purple fitted with the oversized purple, looks like a purple leather, and black jeans with the long white tee. That's all we wore, with the white do-rag under it, the yellow diamonds in the ear, called them lemon heads. But the thing is, it seems basic, but this is purple. Like back then, it was hard to find purple things for men. You know, and purple and pink was hard to find. I remember I was going out looking for this stuff. Unless you got like a Lakers fitted or whatever the case may be, Yankee fitteds was the only one that really had like a bunch of different solid colors. You know what I'm saying? So you really couldn't just go anywhere, and you only really can get that in New York. New York had every flavor of Yankee fitteds. Lids didn't carry all the flavors. You know, down south, you couldn't find all the flavors. Like you really had to go to New York and go to all the mom and pop shops and find these different color fitteds. And then he probably had a Peli on. I don't know.
I was gonna say it looked like and Saldi leather. Remember that brand was, and they had the tapestry designs.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. I know. You know why? Because they had so many different brands that did like the cheaper versions of that.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know what I mean? It all depends. It do kind of look like that. But I think this, along with the image in the back, how they just kept the purple theme going, purple and the pink with the lavender. I think it's dope for the era. You know what I'm saying? And then I think if you remember, he also on the inside cover he had a purple fur vest sitting on the car.
Oh yeah, and that vest was fire.
Yeah, that was the insert. And again, this purple with the purple fitted. So it's like, again, it's the color palette of things, the rarity of it, and just again for that era, it was him. It was him. Like back then, you'll get a purple fitted, and that's where it ends. You might get something with like purple accents in it, but it have a solid on purple jacket. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're doing, my boy.
Yeah. in Harlem, Cap USA used to be my fitted spot.
Oh yeah, Cap USA is still my fitted spot.
It still exists?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah, so it made me go search for my own color. Like I was like, all right, so he's doing purple and pink. I started doing lime green. I did mad lime green stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Just something different. It was hard to find lime green, but the little bit that I did have, I definitely did it. But yeah, it was very influential to me, to my peoples, just everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And Harlem. I mean, he took a lot from Harlem, but also you can tell that he influenced Harlem at the same time. So, yeah, man, shout out to a fashion icon. I don't care what nobody said.
And there you have it.